This is Professor Vivek Parikh. We will be going for the allotropy of an iron chapter. In that, we have already discussed about the allotropy of an iron carbon equilibrium diagram, critical reactions which are occurring in a diagram. Then, for the solidification of a eutectoid steel, we have already gone through. Now, in today's lecture, we will be going for the different solidification structures which are going to occur in a hypoeutectoid steel. As you can see the iron carbon diagram, this is the simplified version, and we have already left out the overall top portion because that is a very small region and that is not included in the solidification thing. So basically, for your knowledge purpose view, we have just deleted the top portion and make it a simplified version of your iron carbon diagram. And in this type of the view, we will be seeing in today's lecture how hypoeutectoid steel we can find it out, the different things, and now which are the different informations which we can gather with the help of this particular thing. Now first thing comes, what do you mean by an hypoeutectoid steel? Hypoeutectoid steel is the steel which ranges from 0 to 0.79% carbon. That particular steel falls under the hypoeutectoid steel. Now, hypoeutectoid steel, if you have to explain any such type of a steel, whether you have been given in a question to write about certain things, suppose 0.6% carbon, draw and explain solidification, or it will be also like that 0.4% carbon, draw and explain the different structures occurring. So they will be giving you the percentage which lies between that particular range. Sometimes they will not tell you that it is a hypoeutectoid steel. They will only tell you that draw the solidification structure from a liquid to a solid state of 0.5% carbon. That means you have to understand by yourself that 0.5% carbon falls under hypoeutectoid steel. So, and if not given, then you have to assume 1% carbon, and then we will be going for the explanatory part of the thing. So, in today's lecture, let us assume that we will be going for 0.4% carbon. Let us go for 0.4% carbon. So, now what we will be doing? We will be going for the 0.4% carbon, drawing the line over here between 0 and 0.8. Suppose this is the line which is going from 0.4% carbon. Now on this line we will be seeing the different phases which are going to occur for a particular hypoeutectoid steel. So the first phase which comes, that is the top portion that comes under, that is known as the first one. So the first part falls under the liquid region. So how does the liquid appears? The liquid region appears over that is 100% liquid iron. 100% liquid iron is there. So now when we move from steel top to bottom, the second point comes under this region. This region falls under liquid plus austenite region. So how does liquid plus austenite region? Liquid plus austenite region falls under this way. The dotted line, dashed line indicates liquid region, and the region, solidified region indicates the alpha, that is the austenite region. This is the second phase during the solidification. Now, the third point which comes, that falls under this point. Third one, which is gamma, that is austenite region. So, our third one falls, that is 100% austenite region. 100% austenite. So this 3 remains the same as we have seen in the eutectoid steel. But now you can see this line proceeds further in a new region, that is the fourth point. And this region that is known as an alpha plus gamma, ferrite plus austenite. So now the fourth region which comes, that is alpha plus gamma. You have to carry forward this gamma over here. Now, next phase, what is that? Alpha. So, alpha region, they are always located on the grain boundaries. These are your grain boundaries. So, your ferrite region is always located on your grain boundaries. So, you have to show the smaller region of your ferrite over the grain boundary. So, here, this portion is nothing but gamma. And this portion is nothing but alpha. That is, this region is alpha plus gamma region. Clear? Because from austenite, ferrite starts forming. So that is the reason this type of the thing. And ferrite is always located on the grain boundaries. Now, the last region which comes under the solidification curve, that is the fifth point. It falls under alpha plus Fe3C. Alpha plus Fe3C, that is the pearlite region. So once again we will be going over here. Now, one thing you keep it in mind, before drawing this structure, what we will be doing? We will be carry forwarding, or we will be drawing the same figure over down. So first of all, draw the same figure down. Wherever the ferrite is present, try to put the ferrite at that region. And now, whatever the things it is remaining, we will be going for the pearlite region. So, pearlite region, last time we have seen it is a lamellar structure. So, it will be shown like this lamellar structure. Keep it in mind, pearlite will not enter in the ferrite region. Pearlite will never enter. So, it will be drawn like this thing only, that it should not fall under the ferrite region. So ferrite region should remain as it is. Now what does this indicate? This region, particular region, is your alpha. This region is once again alpha. This region is Fe3C. But alpha plus Fe3C, this lamellar structure together is known as an pearlite. This lamellar region is your pearlite region. And whereas this is purely ferrite. So this is how the different 5 structures are there of the solidification rule of your hypoeutectoid steel. So now we will be focusing on what is the particular percentage of different things. Let us take this 727 degrees Celsius temperature. What is going to occur? So our point is mentioned over here. Let us take it as an A. If we want to find out two things, suppose ferrite and pearlite percentage are there. So if we want to find out at this region what is the percentage of ferrite present and what is the percentage of pearlite present. So ferrite is present over here. So this point will become B. And pearlite, 100% pearlite is present at which temperature or which percentage carbon? 100% pearlite occurs at 0.8. So this point will behave as point C. Now let us take it over here. B, A, C. B point lies at 0.025. A point lies at our required portion 0.4 and C point lies at 0.8. Here ferrite region is present. Here pearlite region is present. Now for finding out this thing, once again use your Limmer rule. So percentage of ferrite will be equal to, ferrite is over here, so opposite side, AC upon BC multiplied by 100. That is, AC will be calculated as 0.8 minus 0.4 divided by 0.8 minus 0.025 multiplied by 100. So its percentage of ferrite will comes under the first one, that is 51.61 percentage. Same way, percentage of pearlite, if we want to find out, This is at 727 degrees Celsius mark. Percentage of perlite will be equal to opposite side, that is AB upon BC multiplied by 100. AB, that is 0.4 minus 0.025 divided by 0.8 minus 0.025 multiplied by 100, that will be equal to 48.39%. So this is how you can find it out the thing. The same way, if you want to find out at this time percentage ferrite and cementite, then your particular point D will be over here. So for ferrite and cementite, your line goes like this. It will become as A, B and D point. B point will be same 0.025. A point will be our required point 0.4 and your D point will be 6.67. This is for the cementite. So cementite is over here, alpha is over here. So for ferrite, it will become, for ferrite is equal to AD by BD multiplied by 100, and for Fe3C cementite, it will be AB upon BD multiplied by 100. This is how you can find it out, the thing that how we can find out the percentage of ferrite cementite also at a line and percentage of ferrite perlite at also a certain point. So that means we can get the information about this particular thing. Same way we can also apply over the room temperature over here. Suppose this is my X point, then take it as Y, Z and W. X, Y, Z and W. So for perlite and ferrite, it will become like this. That is X, Y, Z. Here ferrite, here perlite. Y region falls at 0.008. X region is our 0.4 and Z region will be same as 0.8 for ferrite and perlite. Same way we will be going for if ferrite and cementite, it will be like Y, X, W. Here alpha, here Fe3C. Your Y region is 0.008. X region 0.4 and W region will be 6.67. So by applying lever rule over here, we can find it out at room temperature 727 degrees Celsius also, percentage perlite, ferrite and cementite at a different ways. So these are the informations which we can obtain from a particular hypoeutectoid steel. And these are the different 5 structures, microstructures, which we obtained at a particular thing due to the solidification of your hypoeutectoid state. And now in the next lecture we will be going for the hypereutectoid steel's different structure. So this was about your hypoeutectoid steel. Thank you.